Morning, everybody.
All right.
It is Saturday, October, not September 12th.
Yep. We're ready to show some pins. We'll give people a few minutes to join. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday.
Not too nice in Pittsburgh today. It's a little rainy, overcast, 51. It dropped
Did it?
since we went out this morning.
Mm,
It was 54 this morning. Now it's 51. So
wow.
I don't see anybody on the stream yet. So we'll give people some time to gather before we start showing the pins.
Yep. All right. It looks like there are
4 people on.
4 people now. So
Hello, everyone.
we'll.
We're just getting started.
Yep.
Hello, Rage, Grandpa the Kid 2525.
Yeah. Or just Grandpa the Kid.
We'll just call you Grandpa the Kid. Pepper
Hey,
Tree
Pepper
Villa.
Tree. Good to see you
again.
How are ya? Thanks for joining us this morning for our little impromptu test that we did. We ended up taking down the video because there was a lot of music. We don't get in trouble unless you're monetized.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of music. It was just a test. We just wanted to see how the gimbal was working, going up steps, motion.
Yeah.
See if you could.
When we listened to it back, that Bruno Mars song, I'm like, are we going to get in trouble for that? But you don't get in trouble unless you're
monetized. Yeah, but
all right. Well,
it was just a test.
We're learning.
But we appreciate you joining in nonetheless. So
you gave us some good feedback just to let everyone in on what happened. So we did just went out early this morning and we drove all the way to Pittsburgh for the Topgolf to test out our gimbal.
Mm-hmm.
So Pepper Tree Villa jumped on, which was nice. Gave us some feedback.
And very early.
It was
for them.
Very early for them. So that was nice. But
very nice.
Anyway, yeah, that was good. So all right. Well, I guess maybe we can jump into the pins and see if anyone else joins. What do you think? Or do you want to just chat for a little bit longer?
Yeah, let's just chat for a little bit, see if anybody joins in.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So we're still waiting to hear about the Skyliner. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it's going to take them. I said 2 weeks when it first happened. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how long it takes them to get it back up.
Right.
I'm sure they're working diligently on it, and they want to make sure they get it right this time.
Yeah.
So.
Well, somebody said they were really moving down there. Like they could tell they were running them.
Oh.
They were running.
I'm sure they are.
They were running the gondolas, but no one was on them.
I'm sure they're running them nonstop.
Yeah. And I know I'm heading down with our daughter at the end of the month, October, and staying at Pop Century, and we were really hoping that the Skyliner would be up. Because that was part of the point of staying there, right?
Yeah, so you can get the transportation.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I guess we can get started on the pins and see if other people join. And if people are if they're watching on the replay, we're going to go over some of our pins and show everyone those.
So this is our weekly live stream for our pins, episode 3. Episode 3.
Okay. So you want me to get started?
You can go first, yeah.
All right. So I know that we had talked about the way that we like to do things. We like to, make sure, at least I do, I like to make sure that I actually did something in order to pick up the pins. Because when we first started out, we were just buying pins, and then we thought, you know what, I want to be able to do something that represents why I have this pin. So when you went down,
Michelle Baum, welcome to the stream.
Hey Michelle, thanks for joining. When you went down to you got there early to Food and Wine this last trip. So while Jeff was there, he picked up these 2 pins for me, and I'll show them to you, and then I'll explain to you what I had to do when I went down on my trip this last time. So here is the first pin, and it is the Food and Wine Festival. 2019 limited edition, and it has Aurora, and it looks like she has, I can't really tell what she has on there, but she's got some food on there. Is that?
It's Gus and.
Oh, so that's not Aurora. That's Cinderella.
I think that's Cinderella. Yeah.
See, I thought that was Aurora. That to me looks like Aurora. I don't know if you can see.
I thought it was Belle.
Well, he said, I got you a Belle pin.
I got
I'm
you a
like,
Belle
that's
pin.
not Belle.
No.
If anybody knows, I think that's Aurora. I don't know who that is.
Anyway,
so anyway,
there's
he
a
picked that up.
plate of food, and
yeah,
there's a mouse on the tray.
There is a mouse, then it must be Gus Gus.
Yeah.
Let me get out my glasses and see, because I can't really tell.
Yeah. Puppetry Villa says that's Cinderella.
Oh yeah. No, I met the wrong character while I was down there. So
right.
Because he picked this up for me, I went and I met Aurora. So now I'm going to have to go and meet Cinderella. But where in the world is she?
Cinderella?
At
you have to
the
go
Food
to
Wine.
You'll have to go to the dining at Cinderella Castle.
She has nothing to do with the Food and Wine. I'm not sure why they put her on this pin. It's making me not want it. Maybe we'll have to do a 750 subscriber giveaway. We were going to do a 500, and it was like 500
already
came
passed.
and went, and I didn't know. I'm learning about these giveaways and how they work. So anyway, now I don't know if I want this anymore. But I know that's a little strange.
It is a limited edition.
It is a limited edition. Yeah.
How many?
Yeah.
Does it say?
I'm not sure.
See, I take mine off and I look. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah. Oh, it's Cinderella. Okay.
It is a limited edition of, drum roll please. I can't even see that.
Yeah.
But so
it's limited edition. So they're limited, yeah. And here's the second one that I got. So this one has Winnie the Pooh.
Oops, I can see it
on it. Sorry. Try to get a better look at that. So that's also limited edition, Food and Wine Festival 2019. And I was really excited about that one because Pooh started meeting again in England. So we had to go there and meet Pooh. And then it made me feel better about having this pin because you did pick me up this Pooh pin.
So if you're not familiar with the Great Britain area in Epcot, the meet and greet is way in the back, past the toy store, across from the where they have the concert.
Right.
It's back there.
Yeah. So you can get there through those gardens. That's where we went.
Yes.
I think he was there on the opening day, and then they took Pooh away. So when I went the second or third day, I went back to meet Pooh, and they said, he's not here, but he'll be back sometime in September at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And then I made it a point to get over there and meet Pooh. So I feel so much better about my Food and Wine Pooh pin.
And that's a limited edition
as well. That's limited edition also. Yep. So here's Pooh and Cinderella, who I thought was Aurora.
Who I thought was Belle.
Michelle saying, do the giveaway. Yeah, we have some pins. So.
All
right. So you want to go next with a pin?
Okay.
All right. Jeff's going to show a pin now.
So I am staying with the Food and Wine theme. All of my pins are going to be from Food and Wine 2015.
Oh.
And I'll say that again. But this is where we stayed in 2015. We stayed at the Polynesian, and this is the pin from our stay there at it says Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. So this isn't anything special. This pin right here, I just usually get a pin for the resort. If the resort we stay is new to us, just to remember that we stayed there. So this was the first time we stayed at the Polynesian Village, and it was a DVC resort too. And I remember we were in the Honest Reviews. Good morning.
Good morning, Honest Reviews.
I just remember that we watched the fireworks from the pool, which was really cool.
Okay, so and they changed it over to the Polynesian Village Resort. It just used to be the Polynesian. Right?
Yeah.
Then when they opened those, when they opened up the DVC portion, they changed the name.
Yeah, and that's just one pin on the back. There's nothing special about this. It's open edition. Here's the backer pad. It was just a green price, whatever the green price is, and this was the card from it. So that's going to lead us into the Food and Wine pins when I start showing those.
Okay.
So,
well, I'm going to actually show this next one because it's kind of
Amy from AJC Magic TV. Welcome aboard.
Hey, Amy, good to see you. So this one has, oh, let's take this out of the packaging. I know we're not supposed to, or can we get the glare off of it? See if you can get the glare off of it.
Or I'll hold it up and you talk.
All right. So this is also from the Polynesian, and it's Lilo and Stitch. And why did we get that?
I don't know.
It was given to us for some reason. I think it was in our room. I think it might have been that same trip when they first opened the DVC portion, and that was there. If anyone knows what that is, he's going to take it out because we can actually put it right back in. This is really cool. So
okay, here it is with less glare.
With less glare. And
you can talk about it.
Yeah. So there's Lilo and Stitch, and they look like they're standing next to one of those bungalows, right? Like one of those. Is that what they're called? The bungalows?
Yes.
Over at the Poly.
Yes.
So I think we got that when that first opened. What does the little sign say on there?
It says
Disney's Polynesian.
Disney's Polynesian
Resort. Yeah.
Yeah. So they do have a kids club at the Polynesian called Lilo and Stitch's Clubhouse.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
But I don't think it had anything to do with that. It was in the room.
Let me try to get some glare off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a cool pin.
Yeah, yeah. And that was free because you could see it's in that little bag.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of neat. And we must have gotten it at the same time we bought that other pin when we stayed at the Polynesian for the first time. Just for that, we just stayed one night. And then I think we went on a cruise after that.
We went on a cruise, right?
So we were able to get it for one night. So
thank you, Pepper Tree Villa.
Yes, thank you.
I like that pin.
Okay, all right.
All right, everyone.
You want to go next?
Yes. Okay. So back to the Food and Wine 2015 theme. I'll show you. I'm showing my least coolest to most coolest. I'm saving the suspense for the end. Okay. So this is
Remy
from Ratatouille, and this was you got this pin if you played the Ratatouille hide and squeak game. So what they did was they would hide a Remy in all of the countries around the World Showcase, and you could buy a sticker board, and you would place the stickers for the Remy. There were different stickers with different Remys on them, and you would put that sticker on the country when you found Remy, and when you completed it, I think it was $7.95. So this pin costs like $7.95 or something like that.
Hi, Myra and kids. Thanks for joining the stream.
Thank you. So this is the pin that I chose to get. I think there were a couple different options, but I got him with the olive oil. And there's really nothing special about this pin. It was just you got this when you completed the game.
Yep.
So, and here's the backer.
Just do that?
Here's the backer pin right here. So this is Remy's Ratatouille hide and squeak. It is a limited release, so there were only a certain amount of them. And here's what the back looks like. So that is my second pin. All
right. So I'm going to show a pin now. And this, I know that this is fairly recent. This is the Illuminations limited release pin, the Reflections of Earth pin that came out. And you can see I have my Illuminations ears on. So it's only been maybe what, a week? 2 weeks? A week that
a week and a half, maybe?
Stopped Illuminations. So this is the pin that we got for the farewell to Illuminations. And I have my ears as well. So I thought I'd wear those today. So, but yeah, I was really sad to see that go, but excited for something else. And then, maybe at the end we can chat a little bit about, I know different people have different opinions on the new show, but are you able to see on here? This is limited release. Can you tell how many are on there? The writing is super tiny. It's almost like
limited release.
Yeah, is it limited release or limited? Oh, it is limited release.
Limited
it's not
release
limited.
is not limited.
So what does limited release mean, actually?
Limited release means they only release it. It's only out for a certain amount of time. A limited edition is they only make a certain amount of pins.
A certain number. Okay.
Yes. So these are all, the limited edition are numbered. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
limited release, they may make 20,000, but they only sell them for a certain amount of time. The limited edition, once they're gone, they're gone.
So Pepper Tree Villa says, we love Remy. Yeah, I'm sure you do. You guys like to cook. We like to cook too.
Yeah. And if
we love Remy.
Check out Pepper Tree Villa. They have some great cooking demos.
I don't like to watch when I'm hungry, because then I want to like make everything.
They cook up some good dishes. Yeah.
So anyway, here's our illuminations, reflections of Earth. So there's Mickey blowing out the torch. So
and it's gone forever.
So I'll say goodbye to that.
Yep.
All right.
I'm up.
So that's that. And then there's my ears. And then you can go on with your next pin.
All right. Back with the Food and Wine 2015. I picked this up in 2015. This was, so in 2015, it was the 20th anniversary of the Food and Wine there. So that's what this is showing. I'm sorry about the glare, but this is Epcot International Food and Wine 2015. It's got Mickey on it. And this was, let me see, this was a limited release. So this wasn't limited edition or anything. This was just a limited release. Here's the backer card for that. You can see celebrating 20 years, limited release. This was $14.95 when I purchased it. So yeah, it's a nice looking pin. I like to collect the limited edition, limited release ones for the special events. You got Mickey cooking up some dishes there with the 20th release. So
Grandpa the Kid, a Funko Pop of Remy. Yes, we love Remy. Yeah. I can't wait for the Remy ride. We could talk about that too. Yeah. After we're finished with our pins. Yeah. You know, talk about the changes coming to Epcot and stuff. Yeah. I'm excited. So, all right. So we're going to get away for a minute from the Food and Wine theme and the Epcot theme. And I just wanted to show this cute pin. So last year was the first year that we were able to be down at Walt Disney World for Father's Day. So here's a cute Father's Day 2019 pin that we picked up, and that was actually limited edition.
Is it?
So yeah, it is.
Oh,
so I think you have that too, don't you?
I have one of them too. So
yeah.
Let me take that off.
Let's see.
This was $16.99.
See. And that's Goofy and Max.
Max,
right?
If you're not familiar.
Yeah, Max is Goofy's son. So.
And limited edition of 4,000. So here's the back.
Yeah.
And you can, I'm not sure if you could, that's coming up to, but you can see where it says limited edition 4,000 on the back of that.
Yep. And then maybe show the front again.
Yep. So here's the front.
Yep.
Father's Day 2019.
Father's Day 2019.
Max and Goofy.
And I know,
just like Zach and I.
Yeah, I know you were thrilled to be there for Father's Day. That's the first time. I think we were there for Mother's Day a couple different times, because May seems to be the month that we go. So
every month.
Well, May for a while there, for a few years, you know, we had only gone in May. So we would either hit somebody's birthday or Mother's Day. So Michelle Baum is saying, I have a 2008 limited edition Mother's Day pin. Neat. Only 2,000 made. See, one of these days we'll have to head down there again for Mother's Day. Yeah, so.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. So now it's your turn.
Okay, your turn I am up. Let me show this one next. So I showed one like this on week 1 that we did. This is the second one that I got, and I'm not taking it out of the packaging or anything. But this is the one I showed week 1 was the cheese soup from Canada. And this one is the recipe for the apple strudel. Again, this is a limited edition of 5,000. Oh,
jeez.
Sorry. Limited edition of 5,000. This was $15.95. 2 backer pins on it.
So what is Stitch doing? Can everybody see what he's doing? You can take it out because it'll slide. Oh, you don't want to open it.
This one's sealed. I can't really take it out.
Is he having like a bowl of pasta or something?
He's in a bowl of pasta. Yes. Pasta. So I think this is.
I love pasta.
Yeah, he's in a bowl of pasta and meatballs, and he's got a fork and a spoon in his hands. And this again, they got the 20 years. So maybe these were special for the 20 years. These recipe ones.
Yeah. Well, so
Pepper Tree Villa says apple strudel.
Yeah, right. So apple strudel. I'm not sure why he's in the bowl of pasta, but
yeah,
we'll take it.
Yeah.
So I wonder, so that was 2015. That was 20 years.
2015.
So that was 20. So that means 2020 is going to be 25 years. So, oh yeah. So Michelle Baum is saying, if you ever see a soup pin, you know I need that for Eric.
Sure.
So for Uncle Eric, we will pick you up a soup. I love soup as well. So we have to keep our eyes peeled for stuff. So next year is going to be 25.
25 years.
For Food and Wine. So maybe they'll do something special in 2020.
Maybe they'll have some more special pins like this. I mean, I was just walking by and I saw these and I had to grab them.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see these ever again. So I'm not sure if they sold out. Or what, but I only saw the two different varieties. I had the beer cheese soup from Canada and the apple strudel from
Germany.
Italy.
Germany. No,
I know, but I know. I'm just saying. From
what's Remy doing in that bowl of pasta? He's up to. Well, he's always starting. He's always causing some kind of trouble.
Right. So, but I know. These were neat. I thought so.
Yeah. All right. So that's that one.
Yep.
I wanted to show you all. So last week, I think we showed some Caribbean Beach pins because on my last trip, I stayed at Caribbean Beach and we had talked about how they refurbished it and how it was so wonderful. And I found this pin actually from last year when we stayed. So actually it wasn't last year. It was earlier in the year. It was January.
I didn't get one of those.
Because you weren't there. It was a Festival of the Arts impromptu trip, right?
Okay.
So I was there with my friend Jen and our daughters. So anyway, this is a limited edition, and you can see it's Caribbean Beach there, and it's kind of cool because it opens up. So let me tell you what's on here. So at the top in silver, you want to take it out of the backing. So on the top in silver, you can see it looks like sandcastles, kind of. So is that going to come off easily?
Yeah.
We're not sure how easily that's. Okay, so it's only one.
So this was a limited edition of, this was a limited edition of 1,000.
Wow.
Lucky minute. Good morning.
Good morning. So we're just going over some of our pins.
This was a limited edition of 1,000. So
Caribbean
you can
Beach.
See it says Caribbean
Okay, so
Beach.
hold your arm still. There you go. So at the top is the, there's like, it's like a castle and then there's palm trees. And open that up. I think that's really cool how it opens up. So
here, I'll open it up. You talk. I think that's the building, right? That's the main building. And here it is opened up.
Mm-hmm. So there's Stitch again, and he looks like he's building like a little sand castle type thing. And there's some sea turtles. Are those adorable? The little sea turtles, they're like climbing up on the shore. Take a look at that. Is that what that is? So yes, they're sea turtles. So I thought that one was just really cute.
Sorry about the glare, everyone.
And that one, again, that was a limited edition that I picked up at Caribbean Beach.
And
earlier,
I didn't because I wasn't there.
Earlier in 2019. Yeah. So grab that one just in time. And then the new one came out that I showed last week for Caribbean Beach. So
yeah, that's a limited edition of 1,000.
Yeah.
So that's
pretty rare, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it
that's
looks like this has been a little bit.
The pin or like the spoke.
The spoke.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. It might have been like that when I bought it. I need to get better about checking that, I think.
But
so
yeah, that's a nice looking pin.
All right. So
am I up?
You are up next.
All right. My final pin. Hopefully this blows you all away.
Your final pins.
Yes. So this is again Food and Wine 2015. They must have had a lot of different varieties of pins because this is actually 4 pins in one. Wow, it's actually 4 pins.
Oh wow!
So we have China, Germany, Mexico, and Belgium pins from the Food and Wine.
So if those are from the booths, they would have to be because Belgium is not a country.
Belgium is a food booth, right? So these were.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah. So you can see Chip and Dale with a what do they have at Belgium? They have those
waffles.
Belgian waffles.
Yeah, the waffles.
That's what they have.
With the chocolate sauce or the berries.
Yeah, berry compote. You have Donald down there with a taco. Looks like
in Mexico. Yeah.
Then you have Goofy with a bratwurst up in
a pretzel
for Germany, and then China you have
Mushu.
with a bowl of looks like
noodles.
Noodles.
Oh,
yeah,
that looks good. What's that little bug? There's like that little purple.
Where?
The little purple guy, that cricket. He's there too. You see him?
Oh, yeah, he's in the soup. He's in the soup.
Oh, he's in the soup.
So
he's eating the soup. The Mushu is not eating the cricket, just so everyone knows.
Right.
So.
So I'll show you this was a limited edition of 2000, and this was $44.95. So that's not bad. It's just a little over $11 per pin.
Yeah.
So you can see all the backers and the limited edition of 2000 on that.
Yeah.
So I thought this was really neat. This was the only one I saw. I didn't see the other food booths represented on pins either.
Where did you find that again? Was it in one of those?
I don't know. I was just picking like these and these. I was just picking. I was just picking up as I saw them.
Is that Cricky? Maybe that's his name. I can't remember. The little cricket. Abby would know. The little cricket from.
It's a little cricket, the lucky cricket from Mulan.
Yeah.
That caused all the problems. So I don't know if it was lucky or
not so lucky.
But I don't know. I just really like this. I've left it in the wrap.
Right.
And yeah, I hope you like it too. So that was my last.
Your last.
That was the finale for my
finale
pins
for
this
pins.
week.
Okay.
So that's Food and Wine 2015. Next week I'll have my Food and Wine 2016 pins, and then we're gonna get into Halloween pins. So
right. Yeah. And then pretty soon, right after that, is Christmas. So
yeah, I'm really excited about the Christmas pins because we have so many.
Pepper Tree Villa loves Christmas, right? So
yeah.
All right. So this is my last pin, and it's from the Lion King show. So this is an enamel pin that I picked up at the Lion King show, and it actually. Will you hold that so we can see the back? Thank you. Thank you. And it has, it actually has the backer that's the Mickey head. So we picked that up when we went to see the Lion King Broadway show here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So we didn't see it in New York or anything, but that's from the Broadway musical version of the Lion King, which was that was an incredible show, right?
It's always, every time we see it, it's incredible. I'm not sure if anybody's ever seen it.
Right.
They just put on a great show. They walk down the aisles with these huge puppets. And just amazing.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's just, and it's such a touching, moving story anyway. And then to have that music that's associated with it, and to see it live, it's just really, really amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So that's our pins for this week. Michelle Baum is saying saw it twice once in New York. See, that would be cool.
Yeah.
One of these days. I think you're going to New York. You're going to
I'm going to New York in March or April of next year. I'm not sure which show.
But you're going to see a Broadway show. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be cheap because it's
through the school.
Through the school. So it's not going to be it's not going to be what's that one? Hamilton.
Okay.
They said that for sure because Hamilton's like 200 something.
And it's hard to get in.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in.
Well, it's expensive too. So their high school kids are on a budget. So we're going low budget.
So the Lucky Minute said, Lucky School is doing the Lion King musical this year. Wow.
Yay.
I think I heard one of our schools near us is doing it too. And it's the middle school, which I think is going to be really challenging. So
now
is that
the Lucky Minute? Is that high school, middle school?
High school or middle school? Because high school.
I've seen some good high school
performances.
Yes. There's a bigger high school
near us
that puts on what did we see there?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast was really good.
Well, they have, the bigger the school, they have more
talent,
more kids to pull from. Yeah. So, well, that's really cool. The Lion King musical. Yeah.
The middle school. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Our middle school too is doing the Lion King.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We're a small school district, so I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but I'm excited about it. So AJC Magic TV says Bethel Park was able to get tickets when they went to Chicago on last year's band. Oh, to Hamilton? Or to Lion King, maybe. Yeah, that's That's exciting.
Yeah, Chicago's another great city to see a show in.
Right.
The big cities.
Yeah.
Not sure how they pulled that. Yeah.
Yeah. They must have contacts. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. So, well, I know we wanted to just chat. Usually we spend our first half hour going over pins, and then we can do, chat a little bit about Disney and what's happening. So, all right. So Michelle, we'll just talk about it real quick while we're on the subject. Any school that does Disney will have great costumes.
Yep.
So we forgot to do this.
Oh.
Hello, Amanda. And any school that does Disney will have great costumes. I like this little thing where sometimes we forget to do it.
I forgot to do that. I'm so caught up in the pins. I apologize.
But while we chat, it's always nice to see.
Oh.
Let's see what everybody else is chatting about.
We missed Paranormal Voices coming in. Hello, Paranormal Voices. Sorry.
Yeah.
We didn't see you sneak in there.
Yeah. It's good to see. Good to see everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited about that. But anyway, we were going to talk about Disney and, what's been going on with the whole Skyliner. So next 2 weeks from now, I'll be heading down and staying at Pop Century. And I'm hoping that it's ready by then. But, we had done a stream earlier in the week and we talked about it and we thought it wouldn't be very long. And now I'm thinking the more we hear about it, it's going to be long. So
I'm sticking with 2 weeks.
Yeah. So you're thinking 2 weeks?
I'm still saying I'm giving them another week and a half.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see if it's ready. Oh, the castle behind you. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, that's a Jim Shore piece. So we do collect. We collect pins, obviously.
We collect everything.
I collect ears, Funko Pops, and we also collect these Jim Shore pieces. So one of these days, maybe we can go over those too, because I saw someone doing a live stream the other day and they were at the Polynesian and they had a Jim Shore piece that was from the Tiki Room.
Oh,
and it was like the little, that was like the parrot, the green parrot on a, and I thought, oh my gosh,
I'll have to get that. Yeah.
I need to get that. Yeah.
It's hard getting that stuff on a plane back to.
It is. Yeah. You really have to do it in your carry-on.
Or when you drive.
Yeah, you don't want anything to get broken. So
yep.
But anyway, we'll see what happens with the Skyliner. I'm hoping it's ready. Next week will be, or not next week, the week after will be Halloween. So that'll be and Pepper Tree Villa says we do the same. We collect so many things. Yeah, and I don't know if you could see next to the castle right there is a Longaberger basket, if anybody knows what those are. But years and years ago, I sold Longaberger baskets, and I have a ton of these baskets. And I'm thinking to myself, I need to get rid of these baskets. So yeah, it's like one of those things. You get to a point, and you think I got to get rid of these. So okay, so Pepper Tree Villa. Yeah,
their Christmas forest is just out of this world.
Yeah,
be sure to check it out.
Yeah, we'll have to watch for that.
I'm really excited about it. Come November, December.
Yeah.
It's all about Christmas with us.
Yep.
So
So the Lucky Minute says I collect Disney records.
So Disney record, like vinyl records
and Disney shag art. I don't know what that is. That's
shag. Is that an acronym for something? Or is that?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, we'll wait to hear from the Lucky Minute.
Look at so.
The Longaberger baskets.
Let me just give you a little history about the Longaberger baskets here. So they were a company out of Ohio, right?
Columbus area.
Or Columbus area, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
These baskets are not cheap. Right. They hand make all of these baskets.
Yeah, although I think they're out of. I don't know
they're out of business now. I think
it's really sad. Yeah, they kind of price themselves out, but
yeah.
So, Shag is an artist. Okay, all right.
I got to catch up with chat. Chat's going so fast.
All right, let's catch up with the chat.
Okay, Amy says, "I am only done."
She's only doing pins now.
Yeah, that strikes me. Yeah, we kind of collect Funko Pops, Vinylmations, pins. So
yeah.
Pepper Tree Villa says, Amanda, you'll have to see, which Amanda is from the Lucky Minute. You'll have to see our shag collection in our office studio. You should show that sometime. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the whole. Shag is an artist.
Okay.
Okay, I did not know that. Go to Disney whenever you want.
Yeah.
We don't get to go to Disney whenever we want.
Well, I mean, we live a little bit further, so.
Okay, Shag is an artist. I'll have to look that up when we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, so Josh
Eagle.
So that's how they get to Shag. Okay.
Okay, got it.
He works out of Orange County in California.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that. If you guys, yeah, let us know if you guys are gonna show that. I'd be very interested in seeing that Shag.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
We collect wishables, Funko Pops, and vinyls along with pins.
So Grandpa the Kid collects vinyl. Oh, the Vinylmations.
Vinylmations. Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody remembers the Vinylmations. They were the little Disney or Mickey Mouse shaped.
Yeah, well, there was more than just Mickey Mouse. There were park park attractions.
Yeah, they were. They started.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have 50th anniversary prints from Disneyland. That's so cool.
That's neat. Yeah.
You guys got to show this stuff. I love all the old retro Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Not all. Oh.
It's not all family friendly. Okay, well.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that tip.
Thanks for the
Amanda.
heads
up. They were just saying.
Yes. Yeah, we are. I mean, definitely, we can go more than you can when you're overseas. Yeah. Okay.
During our Christmas stream today. Okay. I'll be watching for that then.
Oh, so look at what Paranormal Voices is saying. Okay.
Okay. So why don't you?
So Paranormal Voices lives in the Netherlands, and that's a lot further. So I actually have family in the Netherlands. So I think they're in Rotterdam. So that's where my family lives.
Yep.
So my father's brothers and their families live in Rotterdam. So that's really interesting. I've never been to the Netherlands. I know my father used to go back, and he's since passed away now, but he used to go every 4 years, and he would go for, maybe it was even more often than that, but he would go for a month at a time, and he would go over to see his family. He made the trek to the United States, when he was in his early 20s, back in the 50s, 60s. And he came here by himself.
And your one uncle came.
Oh, they live near Rotterdam.
Oh my gosh.
That's interesting. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the interesting thing about the Netherlands is Angela's uncle came over to visit us for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago. But they ride bikes everywhere.
Right.
We got out a bike for him, and he just rode his bike everywhere around here.
Well, he asked me, he said, doesn't anyone ride bikes around here? He said, everyone has a car.
Yeah.
He just couldn't believe how many people had cars. And he just thought, he needed to really get exercise, is how he felt, I think.
Right.
So you couldn't really go anywhere here on a bicycle, but he asked if there was a bicycle he could borrow, and he rode around the neighborhood. Yeah, because I think it really bothered him. I think that we think he felt like we wasted a lot of gas, and it's just riding bicycles is a really good way to get around. And where he lived,
but we took him to see some neat stuff. We took him to Gettysburg, which I had never been there before too. I thought that was really good.
He enjoyed that, and then we took him to Hershey Park. Yeah.
Okay, let's catch up on some chat here.
Okay.
Rotterdam, they say it's 15 minutes from here.
Yep.
That's incredible. So what time is it there?
In the Netherlands.
What time is it in the Netherlands right now?
Yeah.
We love the show and tell shows.
Yeah.
So do we.
Yeah.
We do too.
We love to collect things.
Michelle Baum says he was an amazing man.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
Girl. Yay. I also thought we took her uncle shopping, and what I thought was neat was, instead of using milk on cereal, they just put vanilla yogurt. Was it vanilla yogurt or just plain yogurt?
He mixed yogurt with granola. I think a lot of people, but he was doing that back 15 years ago. And I think we're finally into that, doing like the granola with the yogurt.
Yeah.
That's what he liked to eat. So he was
Pepper Tree Villa.
Love the Netherlands.
Spent their 20th birthday
in the Netherlands. Wow.
That's incredible. Yeah, we got to get over there some. Well, I don't know. You don't like to travel.
I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I've always been nervous about traveling that far. So they're saying that the country is a lot smaller. So we do a lot on bikes. Yeah. Yep. So it's evening.
It's 5:30, 5:39. 5:39 in the evening. So it's about, you're ahead of us then? Ahead of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Jumped out of my skin when the town was mentioned in the last Spider-Man movie.
That particular town. My uncle, my one uncle, he's from, is it Waddix or something? I'm hoping I'm not Waddix, because I know we didn't get a Christmas card for him last year. I hope he's okay, but he had sent us a card, and that's where he is. And Grandpa the Kid is saying, the plane ride will definitely take a while. That's true. But, like I said, there it is. Waddinxveen. Yeah. That's where.
Yes, that's.
That's where my uncle lives. Yeah. And we would get, this the uncle that came over to visit that time when my father was still alive. It was nice that he got to see him, got to see his brother before he passed away.
Yeah.
So, no, that's really cool. That's really neat. Yeah. You meet different people from different countries.
From all over the world. Doing these things.
For sure. Yeah. That's really neat. Yeah. Maybe one of these days. So I know we have,
I have a good friend who lives in the US now, and he is Dutch. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Celebrate St. Nicholas and some other holidays.
Yeah. And it's so funny because we all call it the Netherlands, but my dad, when he was alive, years ago growing up, he would call it Holland. So it was always, I'm going to Holland, or my brother's calling from Holland. And back then you didn't have email and Facebook and so he would wait for these letters to come from Holland, and he would get so excited when he would see those letters come. He would write 3 or 4 page letters all the time, at least once a week to his family over in Holland. Yeah. Yep.
And I know yesterday was Thanksgiving Day in Canada, if I'm not. So different holidays all over the world.
Yeah. This is, so Paranormal Voices is saying, I've only been in the States one time in 1982, 16 years, and we went to Disney World. Wow.
That was amazing.
That's really cool. Yeah. I would have loved to have taken my uncle to Disney World, but we weren't going at that time.
Well, our son was really young.
He was 3, and we were in the middle of the adoption process with our daughter. So I don't know if you all know, you probably figured out that our daughter's adopted. And we adopted her from Guatemala.
Yep.
So that was another overseas trip that we had to take to bring her home from Guatemala.
Guatemala is a beautiful country.
Yeah.
But they have all these volcanoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just beautiful, but it's so poor, and these volcanoes, you can see the smoke coming out of them. They're active volcanoes.
They had a volcano because we do keep in touch with some of the foster family.
Yes, we do.
And there's a lot of activity down there. So that was a neat place to live, or to visit as well.
Holland.
Yeah.
It says Holland.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what we.
So that's what we.
Yeah. So.
I called Ben from the Pepper Tree Villa. I called Ben from the Netherlands on that birthday. He was back home in California.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's a long way.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be able to have different experiences and things like that. Experiences outside of Walt Disney World, because that's really where we spend a lot of our time.
Yeah.
Any vacation time we have is spent down there.
Yeah. They need a Holland.
Netherlands.
Yeah. I know they have Norway.
Right.
But I think it would be a lot different, right? They could have like a bike ride or something like that in there.
Maybe. I don't know. I think a lot of countries in Europe, I don't know, Paranormal Voices, correct us if we're wrong, but maybe there are other European countries that use bikes too. Maybe it's not like, my father used to spend a lot of time in Belgium, so I think they must be close, the Netherlands and Belgium, because he would jump on a train, because my father and mother, neither one of them drove. So my father came over to the United States when he was 21. He didn't know how to drive because all they had were bikes, and so he never drove here either. So I'm thinking maybe, he would just jump on the train and go to Belgium all the time.
And
so.
I do remember your uncle brought us tulip bulbs,
Mm-hmm.
and they still.
There's one that comes up.
There's a couple
still.
that still come up.
Well,
to this day.
The deer ate them. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's not that they didn't grow and they weren't hardy.
The deer,
but the deer dug them up, and they ate all
them.
the bulbs. Yeah, but there's one that was kind of hidden away that the deer came.
Yeah, it comes up every year.
Yeah,
we think of them every time we see that tulip come up.
That one tulip,
yeah,
that he brought that over.
But they are those tulips come up are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, bikes or scooters. So Michelle's saying Italy they use scooters. Yeah.
I think, but also Belgium and Denmark.
Okay, so they use bikes. Okay, so Holland is the country that rides bicycles the most. And then Michelle is saying in Italy they use scooters, so those Vespas. Is that what they call them, Vespas? Yep. So that's another place that would be neat to visit. I know I have family in Italy too. So I have family in the Netherlands, family in Italy, and it's just a matter of getting over there someday. But in the meantime, we'll visit Epcot.
I'd like to get back to Guatemala at some point, someday too.
But we can also visit Mexico in the meantime. Yeah. Yep. So that's the one nice thing about Disney. You do get exposed to a lot of different things. So
yeah, China also has a lot of
bicycles.
I think that's because the pollution there is.
And there's so many people.
So many people.
Right. And in a congested area.
Billion and something people in one area. Yep.
For sure. And that keeps
I have Italian ancestors too.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys are related.
Well, my father was Dutch and Portuguese and Indonesian.
Yep.
From Indonesia. He was actually from Indonesia. And when they were invaded by Japan.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So when they were invaded by Japan, my father ended up in a concentration camp. And then once the United States came in and freed that concentration camp, my father and his family came over to, they went to the Netherlands from there. So they were actually in Indonesia, because I guess at one point in time, the Netherlands, I don't know, they didn't own Indonesia, but they had a presence there in Indonesia. So they were like a colony, I guess. They were a Dutch colony, Indonesia was. And I learned all this much later in life. I didn't know, that my father did have that strong Indonesian background. But anyway, that's his side. And then my mother was Italian. So that's where that mix comes from. But yeah, it's interesting, the things that you learn as you get older about your family, some things that you didn't really know. I didn't know he was in a concentration camp. And I remember, they would say that my aunts, his sisters, he had some sisters that died at a very young age from dysentery. And I thought, wow, that seems really strange. But here they were in that concentration camp, and they ended up getting sick there and they passed away. So, yeah.
So when your uncle came over from Holland, he brought this book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yeah.
But it's written all in.
It's in Dutch.
It's in Dutch.
But I think it's talking about people from Indonesia, right, being in the Netherlands now. And I asked my father if he wanted that book. When Uncle Greg brought it, and he said no, that he wasn't interested in it. So I'm not sure what's
But it's all
what's going on with that. But
it's all written in
Dutch.
In Dutch. So I don't speak Dutch.
Yeah.
He also brought us this book as well.
Yeah.
So this one's in English. We can read this one.
Yeah.
So, but that was a nice. He brought these two books.
Yep.
And this book has all kind of nice pictures from
Holland.
From Holland.
Yep. Okay, so from the 1600s, Holland was in Indonesia for spices, etc. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So here, look, the Lucky Minute is saying, I've been to Southeast Asia many times, such a beautiful part of the world. That's really cool. Yeah, there's so many places to see.
Right.
So many places for
the
sure.
world's just so big, and
yep. Yeah.
Sawyer in the Middle, thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you for joining.
We're talking about anything.
visiting other countries now. So I think we got on the subject from Paranormal Voices, who's in here, is from the Netherlands. And I have family in the Netherlands. We were talking about Epcot and how you can experience all the different countries. And we were talking about, how we also have,
right.
It's one thing to experience them at Walt Disney World. That's just a touch. To actually visit the country is it's just amazing. So one of these days, it would be nice to do that.
Yeah,
so.
I'd like to get to Europe, see some soccer games. That's my goal. I want to see some soccer games in Spain, England, France, Germany, and Italy someday. I'd just like to do a tour of all the soccer stadiums and see a game.
Right. One of these days. And visit Disneyland Paris, maybe, right?
Well, I'm going to do that. I don't want to get my sabbatical.
Okay. From work. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. So we could just talk. We could just talk about Disney and visiting other countries and
paranormal activity, or I'm sorry, Paranormal Voices. Oh, that's so neat that you're from Holland. We appreciate you joining.
Yeah, for sure. That's really cool.
Yeah,
we were talking a little bit about Epcot too, like all the changes that are going to be happening, and we were talking about how we all love Remy, and I'm excited about that Remy ride.
Yes.
And I'm excited about the new pass holder magnet that's coming out with Remy on it.
Right.
Now, is that out now? I think that might be out now. So I don't know. We'll have to when we go down there to visit, we'll have to see. So
Pepper Tree Villa has been to Disneyland Paris too.
Okay.
I'm jealous.
We need to get out
jealous,
more, right?
Yeah. We need to expand our horizons.
We do.
So, do you recommend Disneyland Paris? Is it how does it compare to? Because we've never been to Disneyland either.
Right. Yeah. We really need to get out.
How does it compare to Disneyland or Magic Kingdom? Or is it? Yeah.
Oh, look at AJC Magic TV here.
Let's see. I've been to Amsterdam, Lithuania, Zimbabwe, England,
Latvia. Wow.
That Amy's just like a mystery. She pops up with all this new information every time I talk to her. Like just cool. When you think you know her, she throws you a curveball like that.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah. She is quite the traveler.
Have you ever been to Singapore?
So Sawyer in the Middle asking if they've ever been to Singapore. Yeah,
right.
That's come to Disneyland. Pepper Tree Villa down there.
When we come to Disneyland, we're counting on Pepper Tree Villa to show us around, and we are going to do that someday when we go out to Alani.
Yeah.
So
one of these days, right? So Paranormal Voices is saying not to go to Paris there for my safety. So is it? I know we do hear a lot of things, I guess, that happen in Paris. So maybe is it a little bit scary going to Paris? Maybe it is. Yeah.
Paris is so detailed and beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to go to see the Eiffel Tower. I'd like to see Disneyland Paris. I hear about the French being rude, though.
Is that a
stereotype?
I don't think they're rude. I think it's just that they're not so sure about Americans. That's what I think. I think people feel like the United States are rude. I don't know if people hear that. So, but
yes, Amy, you'll have to show us pictures sometime.
Yes, you'll have to show us some pictures. Yep. So Pepper Tree Villa is saying we'll take you on a walk in Walt's footsteps.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Yes, it's good to get to know so many people across the country too.
Right.
So
Paranormal Voices says, yes, it's scary there, unfortunately.
Oh, scary in Paris. Oh. Wow. I guess if you don't know your way around, you don't know where you're going, you have to maybe only stick to certain areas. Yes, well, like I said, they probably don't like us either. I don't know.
Pepper Tree Villa says
the Sleeping Beauty Castle is stunning.
And
in
Paris?
Disneyland. Disneyland, I think.
Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. No, Disneyland, California.
Disneyland California?
Yeah,
or Disneyland Paris?
Yeah, yeah. So Amy is saying, Amy's saying, I'm sorry I didn't go to Disneyland Paris when my niece was studying abroad and went for a long weekend. Oh,
yeah.
So you didn't make it there. Yeah. I just like to make it to Disneyland in California. That's,
yeah.
I mean, I've never been there
steps.
either. It's baby steps, right?
Steps.
I mean, we really need to see the OG, right?
Yes, where it all started.
Where it all started.
Yeah. And get a mint julep.
What's the mint julep?
Mint julep in at Disneyland.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Is that like a
That's
traditional?
It's a staple.
It's
right?
a staple. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to get mint
Disney.
julep.
The Pepper Tree Villa said.
My favorite team, the Carolina, are playing in London tomorrow. Lots of people from here and traveled for that game.
Oh.
Yeah, that game's on early tomorrow, right? That game's going to be on. I think it starts at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning here.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Pepper Tree Villa. It says
Disneyland Paris, Sleeping Beauty Castle,
Disneyland Paris.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
What is the difference between Disney California and Florida?
Well, there's a big difference.
So Disney California is the original. So
it's Disneyland. So it's a land.
Right. Disney World in Florida is 4 different parks. So there's Magic Kingdom, there's Animal Kingdom, there's Hollywood Studios, and there's Epcot.
Right.
Plus there's two water parks.
Right. It's much bigger.
Much bigger. Many more resorts.
Yeah. So Disneyland, California, there are 2 parks there, right? There's the I'm sorry, Pepper Tree Villa.
Pepper Tree Villa is going to have to help us out on this one.
Yeah, but I know there's the California Adventure.
And Disneyland.
And just Disneyland. So there are kind of 2 parks there. But it's a much smaller space, and that's the original. So Walt Disney started in California, and he was not happy about the way that some of the external hotels and things like that kind of littered it up a little bit. Well, he kind of felt like
people started buying
property right
next
near
to it and
Disneyland.
Putting up,
Yes. So he got it in his head that he wanted to find a spot where he could build a Disney World, and he found this land in California. Florida, and purchased all this land top secret, and he purchased a lot of it. It was very inexpensive, very inexpensive.
Yep.
So he bought all that land so that people couldn't build near his parks. So there's a big buffer kind of around Disney World in Florida. So Walt took what he learned in Disneyland, and applied that in Walt Disney World when he built that. Yes. California property is much smaller, but very magical.
Right.
And that's what we know that we have to do. We have to get there. So.
And then, so the Florida property is like the size of a small city, like San Francisco,
okay.
Or big city.
That's interesting.
So it's a lot bigger, and you feel like you're all encompassed when you're in Florida because you're on Disney property. You take buses from here to there.
Yeah.
So it's more like you don't get out of that Disney bubble.
Yeah, I think Walt Disney kind of planned it that way, where he would get people onto the property in Florida, get people into Walt Disney World, and kind of keep them there. So there's resorts, there's the parks, there's restaurants everywhere. So yeah, so this really sums it up. Disneyland is charming.
Disney World is a whole world. Yeah.
So the Florida property is very large, and California is the original that Walt Disney came up with years ago. So yeah, so it's really interesting.
We've been to Disney World, we'll just say 50 times.
Right.
And I have to say, in those 50 times, we have not done nearly everything or seen everything in those 50 times we've been there.
Right. There's a lot to see and do. And this is interesting what Sawyer in the middle is saying. So Walt's land buying in Florida was brilliant. Absolutely. So it was super inexpensive when he purchased it. In fact, I remember, I don't know if it was back in the 70s or 80s, there were rumors that Walt Disney, because we live in Western Pennsylvania, there were rumors that Walt Disney was looking to buy property in the Laurel Highlands, which is close to us. That's kind of a mountainous area. And there was this rumor. I don't know if it was true, if he was thinking about it and then he scrapped the idea. But there was a rumor going around for a little bit that Walt Disney was looking at purchasing land in the Laurel Highlands. And we thought, wow, what if he builds something similar to Walt Disney World here in Pennsylvania? But I think he picked Florida and Central Florida because the ease of the highways. So it was easy to get in and out with the highways. It would always have a good climate, right? All year round. There would be, you know,
minus the hurricanes. Yeah.
Well, right. And in the summer it gets really hot, but people could visit all year round, really. And that's why he picked Central Florida for Walt Disney World. The
weather, the location. Because you got to remember when he was buying up all that land in Florida, it was just swampland and orange groves.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of commercial. It was like in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Basically. And he paid, it was extremely inexpensive. I don't want to quote any prices because I don't want to make a mistake with that.
He was buying acres for like
hundreds of dollars per acre. And then once people found out, once the word got out, because I guess he was flying his guys on like these private jets that were unmarked. No one knew who it was. But once the word got out that Walt Disney was buying that land, that property value went up 10, 12 fold. I mean, those prices really went up. So, yeah.
So Lucky Minute says, there are always rumors here in South Texas that they are always paying.
Okay. So you never know.
There's always some kind of rumors.
You never know what's gonna pop up. So for sure. Yeah. So, usually never rains in the winter and it's not too cold. Yeah. So the winters are really nice in Florida. That's why we want to head down there at some point.
We were down there at one time in January and it was really cold, but that was just a fluke, I think.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, I know the weather would not have been ideal. I was so hoping they would have been able to do the Virginia Park. Oh, in the state of Virginia, yeah. So I think the closest thing down there, I guess, is Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Yeah,
Williamsburg is really nice. I haven't ever visited that.
Yeah, Busch Gardens is nice. And then Michelle is saying they tried to block him too. So they tried to block Walt Disney from buying all that land and expanding. But now they have this land, and I know there were rumors maybe about a fifth park. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I think that would be awesome.
Doesn't seem like it's going to happen, or maybe not this year. They have so much they have to do for this 50th anniversary. Right. What, in 2021, right?
2021.
So in 1971 is when Disney World opened, and they are planning on doing the 50th anniversary in 2021 for Magic Kingdom. And so I know
your rooms now.
They're trying to plan for that. So they have their hands full with that, and they got to get this Skyliner fixed before they worry about a fifth park, I guess.
They're refurbishing the hotel rooms. They're getting all the parks updated, especially like Epcot.
Well, Epcot, yeah.
With all the things they're doing there.
Right.
And that, did we ever talk about the Remy ride at Epcot? I think we wanted to talk about that Remy ride at Epcot.
That's a new ride that'll be opening.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so Paranormal Voices, they put another comment about to the Efteling in Holland. You two would like that. Just Google. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's always neat to explore other places. So take a note of that. Write that down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Efteling.
I'll have to check that out.
Put that on my to-do list.
So Walt wanted to build a ski resort. That could have been what was in the Laurel Highlands, because that's definitely we have Seven Springs and Hidden Valley. So maybe that's what he was looking to do. Maybe that's why he was there was this rumor that he was looking at land up in the Laurel Highlands here in Pennsylvania. So Amy's saying Idaho or Northern California. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess Laurel Highlands is kind of a small area to be thinking about something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So let's see. There used to be a sign on the way to Houston from the beach that said future site at Disneyland that was taken down about 5 years ago.
Really?
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Future site of Disneyland.
Yeah. You almost feel like they would want to purchase some property, which I know they did with Vero Beach, near a beach somewhere or near some water.
They have they have Hilton Head and they have Vero Beach.
Yeah.
So
okay.
It was in the Pepper Tree Villa says was in
in the
Sierra.
Oh, okay. See, we're learning all this stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah. Learning a lot from these streams.
For sure. It's always
you guys are just fun. A wealth of information.
Always fun to get together and chat. So
yeah, because that's even though Pennsylvania is mostly the Appalachian Mountains run through Pennsylvania, and not too far from us, you can get some good ski resorts right from Pittsburgh. There's some Seven Springs, and there's
Hidden Valley, I think might be closed as well. That might be on.
Oh, really?
We're not. I'm not a skiing person. I'm not a winter person. That's why I'm looking forward to moving to Florida at some point. So, but I thought Hidden Valley maybe was bought out by Seven Springs. So
the snow retreat was to be called Mineral King.
Wow, that's interesting.
And it was just south of Sequoia National Park.
Okay.
Do they still own that land, or did they sell it off? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Lucky says, we have the cruise lines that go out of Galveston. It would have been perfect.
Yeah.
So does Disney Cruise Line go out of Galveston?
It does.
Oh, does it?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. Is that what?
We've always got it out of Port Canaveral.
Yeah.
All of our Disney cruises have gone out of Port Canaveral in Florida. Did you see the abandoned? Yes, I have seen the abandoned. Paranormal Voices asked if we saw the abandoned Disney in China. They didn't have enough money to build it further, so now it's a total ghost town. I've seen people walking around that.
So where in China? Because they have multiple lands in China, right? They have Shanghai, and they have
Disney didn't build it in China. Somebody else was trying to. Somebody else was trying to make a Disneyland in China a long time ago. And they abandoned the project because they ran out of money. It wasn't Disney. It was just somebody else was trying to compete with Disney. So they were building like the teacup ride. They were building a castle. Yeah.
That's interesting. We'll have to check that out.
And the Country Bear Jamboree was developed for that project. Interesting.
Yeah.
AJC Magic TV says, I know at one time when Disney Quest started out, Philadelphia had the footprint dug out for it, but the Chicago one was closed. It was stopped.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that either. All this stuff we're learning.
Disney which ship goes out of Galveston? Is it a bigger one, or is it one of the like Magic smaller ones?
Yeah, she's saying they have a few cruises from Galveston. So it's been a while since we've been on a cruise. It's been a couple years. Since we've been on a Disney cruise.
Too long.
Yeah. So Pepper Tree Villa is saying the area is now an annexed part of Sequoia National Park. So that's pretty neat. Boy, we're learning all kinds of stuff. I hope you guys are learning too. This makes these streams.
It's a great conversation.
Yeah, it makes these streams useful. Well, we kind of went longer than we wanted to.
Yep, we're over our hour.
Not that it matters. Not that we have a deadline.
But it's great talking with all of you. You guys are just a wealth of information. We learn so much. Sure. I hope you guys learn a little bit too.
Right.
All we got is our pins. All we got is our pins.
The pin collection. But it's fun. That's kind of what we thought we would do. These streams kind of start out, showing our pins for the first half hour, and then we can chat.
Just talk about anything else.
See what else we're all interested in. We have new people. If you think about it, share this stream out, or just share it out to people that that can kind of jump in. I think, unfortunately, there are so many of us at this time who are, not at this particular time, but who are having live streams. So sometimes we're kind of like stepping over each other.
But it's nice to keep it small so you can converse and answer the question and look at the chat. And
it is. It's fun. Yeah. So, but we'll get some new people in here and learn, and we learn from each other. That's what I love about it. And just talking Disney and anything else, that comes to mind is always fun. It's family friendly, and we really enjoy it. So
yes, we do.
That'll do it.
It's our Saturday thing now.
Wow, we look forward to it, and look forward to talking to everyone. Thanks everyone for your support. We really appreciate, everyone who's in here. It really helps us to feel like what we're doing. I mean, we enjoy it so much, and it's just so nice talking with other people
who
also
that enjoy it. Right?
Enjoy it. Yeah. We can all talk together. So So, well, I think that'll do it for this.
And Paranormal Voices, you got to come over and check it out. It's changed so much since 1982. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, but you can always. That's a nice thing too. There are so many vloggers, like us. Even we visit there quite often. We have videos, and we're going to start doing live streams from down there. We tested our gimbal this morning, and it worked out pretty well. So we'll be doing some live streams. So we're excited about it. So, well.
MC Slots just jumped. MC Slots 8084 just jumped on. Thanks for being here.
I know we were just getting ready to sign off, but thank you so much
for showing up, though.
For jumping in, for sure. So, well, thanks again, everyone, and we hope to see you next week when we have new pins, new ears, and new conversations.
Right. So again, thanks everyone for showing up, and
I love to. My daughter is a major Disney fan. Well, there you go. You need to plan your trip. Yes. You need to plan your trip.
Plan a trip.
Yes. So
if you let us know, we'll meet you down there. We'll we're always up. We don't even need a reason for a trip.
Yes.
We'll just
Yep. All right. Thanks everyone for joining, and we will see everyone next week.
See y'all later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.